Good evening, Awoo. Said Awoo, it is January 28th, 2014. This is Two Wolves reporting from Salt Lake, from www.saltlaketrib.com. Today, a rally was held over what many are calling the murder of Sean Kendall's dog, Geist. And this has been all over national news, both as a story having to do with pet rights and loving animals and police brutality. And I'm just going to preface this story by saying, not in any way to minimize your sorrow, Sean, that there have been a number of individuals killed by Salt Lake police in suspicious manner in the past year. So I'll just tell you a little bit about, from the local perspective, hundreds rally over killing of Geist the dog by Salt Lake police. They want officer to be disciplined and police to be trained. This should read, trained as to how to handle pets. By Kyle Goon, Salt Lake Tribune, today. Hundreds of people and pets rallied outside Salt Lake Police headquarters on Saturday, sympathizing with dog owner Sean Kendall and calling for accountability from the department and the officer who fatally shot Kendall's Weimaraner. And Geist, sadly, by the way, German word, German dog. In a terrible dark irony, Geist means ghost or spirit in German. It's overwhelming, the support of the community, Kendall said. That makes the loss of my best friend a little bit easier to deal with. Officer Brett Olson shot the dog, named Geist, in Kendall's fenced-in backyard on June 18th, as police searched for a missing 3-year-old boy who was later found. And mind you, by the way, that little boy was found inside his own house. Police have said Olson used lethal force because he felt threatened by the dog. The incident is being investigated by the department. Well, the dog was protecting his backyard, and he figured his owner. Weimaraners are protective, but not by any means vicious. And why did Olson not use pepper spray, or at least a taser? Two-legged and four-legged demonstrators gathered near the street, holding signs that said, "Justice for Geist," "Man's best friend should not be gunned down," and "My pets are my family." Chief Chris Burbank said Friday he was concerned about escalating threats against Olson and the department, including death threats. But the demonstration continued for hours without incident, as officers on bicycles quietly watched from a distance. The shooting ignited controversy and national discussion about how law enforcement handles pets who act aggressively. As far as I know, this dog was not what you would say being aggressive. The rally was organized by dog owners touched by Kendall's plight and advertised through a Facebook group and word of mouth. This really is a very hot topic here in Salt Lake. Rally attendees said they would like to see some kind of discipline for the officer, but said they're more concerned about whether officers are getting proper training on how to control pets without using a firearm. Carrie Bogardus, a Mill Creek area veterinarian and owner of 3 dogs, said she hopes the incident inspires police to find peaceful resolutions for such situations. She suggested the department could ask for volunteers from the community to help train officers. "I handle a lot of what you might call aggressive dogs for my job, and there's a lot of different things you can do to calm them down," she said. "They can get protective in their own space, like their backyard, when a stranger comes, but there's no reason that something like this should happen." And no, there's not. Most demonstrators said they were disappointed by those who'd written threats to police. Okay. And then the story goes on a bit. This is sort of interesting. Kristen Jolly, a Sandy resident, was raised by a mother who was a cop, and her brother-in-law is a police officer. She carried a sign that read, "I love cops, but not Olson." "I think it's unfair that people generalize about police because one guy does something wrong," she said. "But I also think it's not right for people to say we should just support him and we can't call him out because he's a cop." Olson, now, in justice, Olson has had some trauma in his life. Olson was identified as the shooter by the department on Friday. He was one of the officers involved in taking down a gunman at Trolley Square Mall in 2007. He will remain on duty while being investigated. Officer Olson was very valiant in taking out this gunman, because what happened at Trolley Square Mall was a very horrible, horrific massacre with multiple fatalities and very chaotic scene. So we should recognize that he's had his own trauma. But on the other side, poor Sean Kendall. Kendall said he and 2-year-old Geist had birthdays days apart in February and celebrated with a joint party. Oh, sad. When Kendall was hiking or biking, Geist trotted along nearby, and the dog used to sneak into Kendall's bed at night. He said he thinks Olson deserves to be fired over the incident, a sentiment shared by many rally attendees. But others said Olson was guilty of a mistake, and an apology, internal discipline, and department policy changes would satisfy them. I don't think he should lose his job, said Kearns resident Surrey Keochelian. Surrey, I hope that's not too far off, Surrey. His dog Tofu cradled in his arms. But we definitely think this is unjust, and it shouldn't happen again. Now, I learned my lesson about mirroring television videos 2 years ago when I nearly lost my channel. TV channel tried to take me out for showing wildfire videos, so I won't play the video, but you can. This again is the bereaved man. How sad. Sean Kendall, a well-liked local young man. And then, too, you can come... there's a dog in this house making comments. Here are some pictures. Again, Sean carrying a dachshund. And these are some pictures from the rally. Hide your kids. Hide your dogs. Thank you, Toby, for the comments in the background. Justice for Geist. And there you go. There's Geist. Poor young Geist. Rest in peace, Geist. Well, this is Two Wolves Out, reminding you, Mitakuye Oyasin, all life is sacred and we are all connected. Thank you for watching.